What is going on, everybody? We're back again here with another video here on the channel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about stuff that I want and we need in the game The Hunter Call of the Wild. There's stuff that is a high possibility of happening in here and probably will happen in the near future, and there's stuff that it's probably a long shot, but I really hope it would happen because it would make this game 100 times better for me, in my opinion. So let's get right into the video. Alright, starting off with something that will probably happen very soon here is a Roosevelt elk rework. These things need some love. These are all legacy rack Roosevelt elk that you're seeing on the screen right here. They just kind of look like they took the Red Deer model and changed it just a little bit. They need some massive overhaul, especially the true racks. Some of them just look absolutely terrible. Them legacy racks look quite nice out though. This is what a real Roosevelt elk looks like. They look very great. I do think that it would be quite good for them to take and remodel these Roosevelt elk and maybe even do an overhaul of their calls and stuff, because they're just magnificent animals and they need to be like treated with how they should be treated in game. They need some respect. Again, another thing that will happen soon and another rework is the Blacktail deer. These things, they look pretty solid, but they don't look anything like a real life blacktail deer. And yeah, this is some real life blacktail deer here on the screen. They just need some more like life to their eyes, a little more realisticness on their true racks, and to be added to Yukon Valley as a Sika blacktail, and we'll be set there with the blacktail deer. Alright, up at number 3 we have trail cams, and these would just be so amazing to have here in game. And just checking your tab on your map, like where your map is, and just scrolling down and just looking at your trail cams and seeing this absolutely massive deer or massive antelope or massive moose. It wouldn't be as helpful for species like the grizzly bear or the coyote or the red fox, but for them deer species it would be so vital and so cool to get that thrill of even seeing like a great one whitetail or a great one moose on the cam. That would just be so insane to see. Alright, I don't got much to show here on the screen, but I think I would also really like to see is a rework of the calling system. Now hear me out, this would be a little difficult, but some of the calls in game, they just don't sound realistic at all, and they're way too easy to bring animals in. They just walk right to you, and I think it would be way more efficient if we had like more of a system like Way of the Hunter, where you have your high fitness calls and your low fitness calls. More of like there is like a lower chance they won't come in, and different ways to call like elk calls. There's so many different like bugles like or ways that they sound, and different rattling patterns and different grunts, and all of this stuff I think would just be so amazing if we had that in game. Alright, so the next one up, and this is a long shot here, but hunting mountain lions, bears, and raccoons by treeing them up with your hound dog. That would be the most like perfect thing. Like that's the only way I would be hunting if they added that to the games. Just sending your dog out, just waiting for them to pick up that scent, and then just you hear them screaming, just howling and ripping it off as they rush through the mountains of SRP or New England mountains or Mississippi acres or Parque Fernando, because the pumas, they're the same species. If you didn't know, a mountain lion and a puma, that in South America is the same thing. But anyway, yeah, that would be like the most insane thing to like do in this game, and I would love it. Alright, next up we have more backfilling, and here's just some species that we could backfill. The Sika blacktail and the Doll sheep to Yukon Valley, that would just be a dream for me. Then we have the Coos deer, which are pretty small like whitetail. That would be amazing to add to Rancho del Arroyo. Then we have the greater kudu and many other antelope species we could add to Rahunga Savannah. Then we have the wolverine. We could add that to either Medved or Yukon, take your pick. Then we got the water buffalo. A lot of people are upset that wasn't with Release Emerald Coast, but it'll probably get backfilled. Then we have the sage grouse, so we could add SRP, new species on there. They're a smaller bird, a game bird, similar to the black grouse, but North American and stuff. That would be amazing to add there. Then we have the sooty grouse, which is a close relative of the sage grouse that we could add to Layton Lake. Alright, we've been saying this since the map came out. Bighorn sheep need to rework so bad. their horns are too curly, they're too pudgy, they're not like blocky, muscly animals enough. They just need to rework so bad. They just don't look like bighorn sheep at all. They don't do them majestic creatures that live on these sheer cliff faces any justice in game. They just need to take the Mouflon horn model and make it like harder and rougher. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of my ideas down below, and drop some your own ideas. What do you want to see in Call of the Wild? If you think these species actually need a rework, if you think them backfill animals would actually fit on those maps, and what other backfill animals would you like to see on other maps in the game, the Hunter Call of the Wild. And a huge announcement, I did make a new Discord server. The link will be in the description down below. Make sure you join that, and yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace!